Now let's move to question number 3. So I'll come here and let's do double hyphen in front, Q3, and that. So which region has the highest number of patients? To get the region with the highest number of patients, we have to be selecting the region, then we'll be counting the number of patients that we have and distributing it across this region. I'll come here and say select. So you select the region first, comma, then let's count. We're counting all of them, count all. Let's count as let's give this patient count, because it is to know the region with the highest number of patients. Patient count. Okay, where is this coming from? It is coming from the patient's table. So don't be scared when you see this error, is because we have not typed where it's coming from yet. As you can see, the error line is no longer there. So we have from patient. Okay, if I run this now, F5, we'll have an error. It says colon patient, the region is invalid in the select list because it is not contained in either an aggregate function or the group by clause. If you remember in my previous video, we were looking at the group by, how that if you are having an aggregate function in the select statement, you have to put the column that is not aggregated in the group by clause section, else you'll be having error. So understanding your errors would also help you know what to do. So it's important to know how to read and understand the error well. Okay, so I'm going to add my group by clause. Now group by. So because I'm having this count function here, I have to group by the region, the one that is not aggregated. So I'd come here and say group by region. Group by region. So let's run this and see. F5. So we have our results here showing us east, north, south, west. So you can see the values. So for the east we have 25% from the east, from the north 26, south 25, west 24. But don't forget, the question is which region has the highest number of patients. So you would want to order it by, you can see here, it's very clear that the north region has the highest number of patients, right? 26. So let's order this by so you're going to order this by the patient count. So I can either type in my patient count, patient count, then let's run this. F5. Remember, it's still the same thing. And why is it the same thing? Because we did not specify what order should it, is it descending order or ascending order? So I'm going to put DESC, descending order. I'll run this F5. So you can see north, south, east, and west. So as you can see now, we can say that the north region has the highest number of patients. So I'll just type that in. The north has the highest number of patients. Okay, patients. So let's move to question number 4. Question number 4. Q4. So it says, what is the average cholesterol level for patients with diabetes? What is the average cholesterol level for patients with diabetes? So I'll come here and say, okay, to find the average cholesterol level for patients with diabetes, we'll type select average, AVG, open parenthesis, the cholesterol. So type cholesterol. So let's be sure that I'm going to be typing in the correct column name. F5. So yeah, cholesterol MGDL. Alright. Cholesterol underscore MG underscore DL. Then I'm going to close my parenthesis. Select average cholesterol here as, let's give it average cholesterol AVG cholesterol underscore. Don't forget, I told for diabetes patients underscore. So to specify that it's for those that are diabetics, that have diabetics, I mean. So diabetics. Where is it coming from? It's coming from the patient. Yeah, so it's coming from the patient table. Okay, and I can run this like that. If I run this like this F5, it will only give us average for those, almost average for everybody, not for diabetes, because we've not split out the one for those having diabetes. So I have to use the where close to filter out the records for those that are having diabetics. So I come here and say here where what, where the diagnosis is equal to diabetes. Make sure you are typing correct thing, diabetes. So let's now remember this 193. We run this now F5, and you see that we now have 203. So let's see what's how 203. That average was for everybody, but now this is the average for those having diabetes alone. So the average cholesterol level for patients with diabetes is around 203. So let's record the result. The average cholesterol for patients with diabetes is 203. Good. And let's move to the next question. Question number 5. Q5. The question here is saying which medication are prescribed more often. Now let's check the medication column F5. So you can see for medication we have lisinopril, metformin. You're seeing none. Some none here. So let's look at the most prescribed medication. And how do I get that result? So I'll come here and I would say we're going to count for all medication except the one having none. So I'll come here and say select. I'll type in the medication. I'll type in medication. Then let's count everybody. Count all the records there. All. Count all as let's do it. Let's give it prescription count. Prescription underscore count. And where is this coming from? It is coming from the patient table. Okay, where medication is not equal to none. And why is that? Because you're seeing insulin and we don't have a medication with the name none. So it means that when you see no, you're saying that this person is healthy. The person is not diagnosed with anything. So we don't want to count the medication alone. So none. Where medication is not null. Okay, then don't forget I said if you're having an aggregate function in select statement as well as a particular column that is not aggregated, you have to use a group by clause because of this that you're seeing here. So I'll come here and I'll say group by. So what am I grouping by? I'm going to group it by this medication here. Control C. That's the column that is not aggregated. Control V. Yeah, Control Z. Let me just type that in. Medication. So I have this. Now let's run this and see. F5. So as you can see here, amlodipine is used prescribed to 13 people, insulin to 12%, lisinopril 14, metformin 13, Tamiflu 24. So which medications are prescribed most often? So let's as let's order it. So I'll come here and say order by, I'm ordering it by this prescription count. So I can just type in 2. I mean, the number here, position here is position is 2. This is position 1, this is 2. This is how you use the position number. You just type in this prescription count. Let's go with this, anyone you want to work with. So I'll run this F5. Now, why are we not having it arranged? Why is it arranged in ascending order instead? That's because we didn't specify descending. So it means that by default, if you only put order by a particular column and you did not specify, it will automatically order it in ascending order. But we want it to be in descending order, so we'll type in DESC and I'll run this F5 and I have this. So Tamiflu is the most prescribed medication. So I'll type that there. The most prescribed medication. Most prescribed medication is Tamiflu. That's the most prescribed medication. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. Question number 6. Q6. How many patients visited the clinic in each month of the year? So we're going to be, now when you check the data, you only have dates, so it means we have to extract the month from that date. You can see the visit dates only has the full dates. We don't have a column for months, so we have to extract the month. Then we would count the number of patients and distribute them across the month. So let's do this. Come here. So I'll come here and say select. We want to draw out the month from the visit date column. So I'm going to use the function dates name, dates, open parenthesis. You can see the first argument here is the interval. We're dealing with months. So if your interval is, if it is based on year, you type in year. If it is quarter, type in. If it is day, type in day. So month. So month, comma. The next argument is the date you want to extract. So the date I want to work with is the visit date. The visit underscore date. So I'm just telling you what it's going to return. So I'll close that. Let's give this. I'm going to specify this to be month's name or visit month. Let's just give visit month so it makes sense that way. Visit underscore month. Okay. Then the next one is let's count. So count all our patients. So let's count our patients. I'm going to give this patient count as patient underscore count. Good. Then where is this coming from? It is coming from the patients table. Patients table. I like to have it without in brackets. Yeah, patients table. Good. So don't forget, since you have this aggregate function, you have to add the group by clause. So we'll group it by the month. So I'm going to group it by this. Select this. Control C. Come here and say group by. Group by. So we have this. Then how many patients visited the clinic in each month of this? So let's run this and see. We're still going to add something, but let's run this. F5. As you can see, we have the visits month and we have the patients count. 10 for all of them. But I don't like the way the month is being ordered. It's not ordered the way it should be, like from January down to December. It's just scattered. It followed the number A to Z format, which is not what we want to do. So to do this, there's no way I can do this without adding in another column for month number. So that way we can now sort based on month number. So I'm just going to add the months. Let me just add it here. So I'm going to use the function month open bracket, use the month function to extract the month number from the month date, like this, as month Let me just do the month number. So what I'm having here is I've used this month function here to extract, the month number from the visit date. So I have to bring this in here to the group by clause as well. Alright, so let's run this before I add the order by F5. So you can see we have a month number now, right? We have a month and it has arranged the months the way we want it to be. From January, February, March, April, May, June, down to October, the last month here. Alright, so you can leave it this way because that's helped us order it. So we can leave it. It's only if the numbers we want to find the month with the highest patient count, we'll just add in the order by. So I don't think it's a need for us to put the order by anymore. Alright, the last question here is, what is the distribution of patients by gender? Distribution of patients by gender. Alright, so to do this, very simple. Select, I'll type in the gender, comma, and I'm going to count all the patients or count all the records in that table. Count, open parenthesis, all, close parenthesis, as let's give it patients count. Patients count. Alright, and where is this coming from? The patient table. Then don't forget you have this aggregate function in your select statement, so you have to group by the gender. Ctrl C, come back here, group by the gender. So let's run this now. F5. As you can see here, majority of the patients are male. So we have 52 male, 48 females. I hope you got this. So this is how you can analyze your data. This is a mini project we just worked on now using SQL. Very easy, very simple. The first thing for you is just understand the question itself. With the help of the understanding you get from the question, it allows you to know what to pick, how you can query your data. Alright guys, so that's all for today. We'll meet again in my next video. If you are just coming across my video for the very first time, my name is Ibrahim Blessing. I'm a data analyst and a data analytics instructor who is passionate about growth and helping beginners thrive in the field of data analytics. Alright guys, see you in my next video. Bye.